Hello everybody, how you guys doing? Jado, thank you so much for the tier 1, I appreciate you. I missed you guys. It's been a whole week almost. Well, actually not really, but it's been enough days. It's been too many days. Been having massive Alex withdrawals. Oh my god. What's up, Shark? What's up, Jado? What's up, Money? What's up, Squinty? What's up, Angry Metal? Guys, Oil, how you doing? K-Eats, Cordos, It's Fabs. What's going on, guys? Gallon, how you doing? Quick sound test? Oh, of the Sonnet? Pretty nice. You couldn't have taken the whole week off, could you? My bad, Chozo. My bad, dude. Hey, Alex. Good to see you again. Dude, what's going on, Toad? How you doing, man? Nice. Dude, it's pretty nice. Think you in for the Lilith? Nitrum. Oh, yeah, you got it in, right? Do you like it? Did I build it okay? That's the main thing, is did I build it all right? Dude, my shirt's kind of wrinkly. My bad, guys. Dane, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 2 months. I appreciate that. And Death, thank you so much for using your Prime here, bro.
Good
Finn,
evening, cutie.
Dude, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Compliment for Kenny. Kenny, if I could, dude. Dude, if you were a keyboard, you'd have all my favorite parts, Kenny. All right? Appreciate you, buddy. Hopefully you're having a great week. A++ keyboard, recommend it? Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Hey, Alex. I am a week away until I finish my final semester in uni on campus.
What are you in school for? Dude, that's huge. Soon you're going to be done and you're going to be out there in the real world doing real world things. Scariest part about all of this. Angry, thank you so much for 3 months.
It's been a while since your last stream.
It has been, dude.
What's new with you?
Well, I went to visit Novel Keys, basically. Sorry, my hair's a little... I didn't bother doing it today. I went to visit Novel Keys. We hung out. Got to see some stuff there. That was really fun. Actually, the flight was super easy this time. There's no real, like, crazy stories. Luckily, I didn't get people, like, chatting away with me on the flight, too. Because sometimes people get, like, you know, talkative. And I don't know. I just kind of wanted to, like, be in peace. I really needed that, just, like, that hour or two of just, like, zoning out. It is in the States, yeah. And then that's pretty much it. Like, my week's been, like... It's been fun. We did axe throwing. That was really cool. I've never done that before, but you know, the Canadian in me, you know, the guy, the wood chopping Canadian in me did pretty good at that. Golf though, I suck at. We did like a top golf or whatever. That I suck at. Sounds like a good time. Yeah, it was pretty fun. We just hung out for like a few days and then that was it. Lumberjack Alex. Also, I think Liros asked me a question about my F1 722. Dude, how you doing? Thank you so much. I appreciate that, BN. My spacebar doesn't sound as poppy as F1s are supposed to be. Kind of hollow. What's the fix to this? What switch are you using, Lero? What 60% do I recommend? What are you looking to make? There's lots of good 60s. Cream sodas and it doesn't sound poppy? Is it all seated correctly? Like the whole keyboard? Is it like properly seated everywhere? That's super strange. Somebody, dude, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I appreciate that. But then other than that, guys, dude, I needed the time off. Seriously, absolutely needed it. I think I was just, I was really tired. Although I didn't get much sleep the last few days, but I was really tired and I needed this, I needed the few days off to myself. But now we're back full force, dude. We're actually doing a really cool board tonight. I thought it was O-ring mounted for some weird reason, but it's actually gasket mounted. Glad you took off, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Do you have any recommendations for display stands? I don't like have a go-to display stand. I think mine are all kind of like an amalgamation of different vendors. But are Mode Obscurus switches good for clacky builds? Yes, they're very good for clacky builds. Long pole switches, very good for clacky stuff. I'll try rebuilding it again and get back to you. I was disappointed in how the spacebar didn't turn out as nice as the alphas. Maybe even just make sure like the O-ring gasket thing on the bottom is like properly there, you know what I mean? They have a walnut display at KBD fans? I have not seen that actually. Actually, you know what? These are kind of cool. These switches here. I'm not using these tonight, but they come in these really cool cases. They're from the same people who brought you the ARC 60 and they're the JWIC stuff.
Wake up, babe, Alex is streaming.
Dude, V-Dub, what's going on, man? How you doing, dude? What's your thoughts on the new revised Envoy? So, okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys, as I always do. Cheerio, dude. Thank you guys so much for the fucking subs. I love you guys so much, man. There's a lot of love.
Alexotos
Really appreciate you guys. Thank you. The new Envoy is nice, like the new revised Envoy. I think the changes are well thought out and welcomed, in my opinion. I know some people said they really didn't want the changes, which is I'm okay with them. I think that they make good changes there.
Elquan gifted a tier 1 sub to Beige Lad. They have given 72 gift subs in the
Elquan,
channel.
bro, I really appreciate that, man. What did they change? They changed the internals a little bit, and they made the weight a little bit thicker. In doing so,
hey Alex, as always, I hope you're doing well. Could I get a ball spin to celebrate our Twitch baby?
Yeah, dude, of course.
Thanks.
I get you a ball spin here. Hold on, let me get you a good one. That was a good one. So basically the internals have changed and the weight's a little bit beefier. Other than that, it kind of does bring out more of a bassier sound signature because of the thicker weight. Again, I think if you didn't want to go with the bassier sound, which some people said they actually didn't enjoy as much as like that. Again, character and keyboards can be very finicky, right? But yeah, some people really ended up really liking the higher pitch sound of the original, which I think if you just don't use a brass weight, I don't have an additional weight to try, so. What's up, Rusty? How you doing, man? I haven't been on Twitch for a while. Ayo, Alex looking good, buffed. I've been losing a bit of weight. I think I'm about 6.5 pounds down now, which is pretty fucking awesome. Well, actually, yeah, technically it's about 6.5 almost now. So, pretty awesome. Very, very happy with that. Because, I've just been doing a lot of walking and stuff. I want to buy an Envoy. Do you suggest I buy a foam kit? I mean, honestly, just get it if you want some variety, some spice, some extra stuff there, but you don't have to. Honestly, the keyboard sounds insane without it. But if you do add it, you're going to get obviously a bit of a foamier sound signature. Yeah, these are these new switches that apparently are... Oh, these are actually really well lubed. So, I don't know if okay, I'm going to have to look at all the specs of these switches. Oh, here they are, actually. Nylon top, nylon bottom, palm stem, 15mm springs. Ooh, nice springs inside there, too. Well, a good weight for me. J-Wicks, linears, and they're lubed. This is stock lubed. Damn, that's actually pretty nice. All right, I'm kind of excited to try these out soon. Recently found you on YouTube, first time stream viewer. Do you have any experience with the WS Aurora clear switches? I used them recently, and also, hello, welcome. They're actually really nice. Most of the stuff from Wuche, the switches, have been pretty gnarly. At least I think they've been pretty good. Are these both the same they sent me? Oh yeah, they are. These are pretty nice. My Sonic hands
21.
Dude,
such a
Drill,
nice number.
It is a nice number. Appreciate you being here for that one. My Sonic sounds kind of hollow with FR4 and KTT roses in both stack mount and top mount. But Tate, the secret to the Sonic is to use the mid plate foam as the stack mount. I mean, I think it varies. Some people have actually talked to me about the Sonnet, and they said that the actual like silicone or whatever material it is stack mount sounds like insane for them. But every one that I've built, I just take the mid plate foam. I don't put it where it's supposed to go, and I put it as the bottom piece, and then it always just has this like beautiful sound signature. It's so well rounded. Cream and ice blue top for the Sonnet. Are those out yet? I thought that comes out in like 2 weeks. Have I ever tried GMK clones from AliExpress? Been seeing a lot of discussion around that on Reddit. I have not. Sorry, I'm getting over a little bit of a sinus thing too. I have not, and I don't think I ever will. I have no reason to buy clones of anything, so yeah. Was wondering if you had an insider sneak peek. Oh no, I've seen like pictures of them. That's about it. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't think I've asked you guys. Like, for me, I don't care what people do. If people want to buy clones, people can buy clones. I am not in control of anyone else's money, nor do I want to be in control of anyone else's money. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Really downsizing my collection, found having boards just sitting on a wall might be a waste.
Honestly, serious, I kind of feel you on that, bro. I've been, okay, side note on keyboards. You guys can let me know your thoughts on clones and stuff, but side note, just not even on keyboards, just in stuff in general. I've been finding that, like, it is nice to have, like, stuff on a wall sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's some days where I just feel like I don't need those things, you know? And this is like everything. So I have been doing a lot of like soul searching in me to get rid of some stuff too, which I'm going to be doing soon. Like I said, I think near the end of May, I'm going to figure out an exact day. We're going to do like a subathon type thing. But yeah, I feel you there. Too much stuff is overwhelming as it is anyways, so. The name of the switch of these, V1s I believe they're called. Yeah, V1 switches. Pretty nice switch, like, but I need to get more info. Like, I don't even know pricing on these things yet. Oh, so Lero, put the mid plate foam, so the actual like pour-on foam on the bottom instead of where the stack mount is. And then you can choose to still top mount it if you'd like, but you can just let it fall into that. If the thing that is cloned is no longer available to me, it's okay to buy a clone set, but as soon as there's another run of whatever you want, you have to purchase the real shit. Oh, did they have them live already? Yeah, we'll figure out a day to make these. Hand lubed edition. $7.40. And how much is that for 10? Yeah. So 74 cents a switch. A little higher than I'd like, but Isharu, how you doing, man? Any tips on how to build a Portal 65? That one there is the O-ring mounted, right? So for that one there, just make sure the O-ring's sitting perfectly, because that does matter. That's actually one thing that people don't realize, is it does matter how the O-rings sit, man. Prefer the Sonnet or Envoy? Bro, Sonnet for looks, Envoy for sound and feel. 110%. But I've been loving my Sonnet. Like, I still use it all the time, so. Portal versus, yeah, weighted desk mat. Is this not good? Do I take off the desk mat, guys? Is this like against the religion? They're 35 cents each for factory lubed? Oh, so you can just get the regular ones? Oh, yeah, shit, that's actually really cheap for factory lubed ones. Oh. Interesting. Origami desk pad? Yeah, this is a nice one. All right, let's take a look at today's keyboard. Today's keyboard is Join65. And actually, wait, one last thing. To finish off the conversation about, like, not to finish it, but to give you guys some more insight of what I think about clones and stuff. Listen, and I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. You guys can do whatever you guys want. Anyone can do whatever they want. Buy clones, not buy clones, support people, whatever. At the end of the day, like, I'm telling you guys, my moral compass has seen the bad sides, and, you know, obviously I see why people enjoy it, and a good side, if you want to call it that too. But for me, the negatives outweigh any sort of positive you might be getting. On top of that too, like, you know, I'm going to say this. At the end of the day, if you're into collecting things and you want to, you know, you want something nice for yourself, I'm not saying to go buy the more expensive thing. Here's what I am saying though. If it comes down to right now spending $40 on something that you may not like, or spending, let's just say 120, but you wait a few months, wait. IMO, you're going to get, like, it just feels better to get something that's, like, nice. Obviously, I'm not going to speak on the quality of clones, because all the ones that I've seen are, like, meh. But just have patience. Patience is, like, the key to everything, man. And even that comes with non-clone discussion, too, right? Like, if you just wait for the thing that you actually want instead of, like, jumping the gun and purchasing things that you may not actually, you know, need. You like my shirt today? Dude, this is just, like, grabbed. I don't know. It's kind of old. It's actually kind of small, like, lengthwise over here, but it's long over here. I don't know. It's a weird shirt. You can do better than GMK for me at least. Oh, you just can't do better from GMK? I'm in the same boat, man. I can't get into other sets. Like, this isn't GMK. This is actually the mode set. I really like the new mode stuff. I don't love the spacebar sound of the new mode stuff. Slurp legs. I'm more swole now, man. That treadmill got me feeling things. But, yeah. I don't know, just, it's hard for me. Where'd you get your shirt? I like the scoop neck. This is, oh shit. This is from Jack and Jones. All right, here's the keyboard. We'll take a look at this in a second. We got some, I believe these are the gaskets or feet. And then we have our aluminum plate. And then we also have a polycarbonate plate, which is interesting because I think I kind of want to use the alu. We're going to be using Nixies today. And I used a new spring that I've used once before, which are the Grave Shift springs. You've never I've used the Osame sets. They're really nice. I have them on certain keyboards that are more foamy because I like PBT and foam. But for anything that's not foamy, I prefer the ABS stuff. Should you flip your spacebar? That's a personal opinion.
13
Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the 13 months, man. Also, guys, I got another side story for you guys. Bro, I'm so sick of Apex recently. Holy shit. Prey, you know what I'm not sick of, though? You. Appreciate you being here. I hope your weekend's going fantastical. Oh, wait, and it's also your birthday? Happy fucking birthday, dude. I hope you're having a good one today, man. But yeah, I'm so sick of Apex Legends, man. We get on, and it's like, we get these random thirds who are just, like, I play with a duo, and they're just so, I don't know what it is. The last few months, we've just gotten the most toxic people ever. Like, yesterday we had someone who was, like, being very friendly at first, then we get into a team fight, and the team fight didn't go very well because they got the jump on us. And then suddenly it's just, you guys are fucking ass. And I'm just like, bro, calm down, man. It's just a game. It's Apex lately, man. Yeah, a lot of them run away too. A lot of them, when they get into team fights, all they want to do is get rank points. So they'll sit there and hide the entire game. The worst was someone picked us up. Like, they got our banners and then went into hiding. And we couldn't leave without losing points, so we just sat there for like 20 minutes. Join65. I see what you did there, Liam. Oh my god. Do you drive? I do not. Alright, so let's take a look at the Join really quick. So this is 150 bucks, by the way, guys. Oh yeah, my IMs are Campfire Andromedas. 150. We got a badge over here. It's a PBD badge. 150 US. PBD weight on the back. This is going to be changed. Although, I don't like this font. So glad that they're changing this. This typeface is kind of ass. I'm not going to lie. Here's what I do love about this, though. I've already very much familiarized myself with this. It has, you guys can't really see it right now. It has side pieces that you can take off and on, which is crazy cool. So you can buy different side pieces. And I love the way that the back wraps up over here. And then I love the way that it wraps up on the front too. I think it looks pretty nice. And the whole point of this board is to keep it, you know, relatively cheap. How is it so cheap? From what I understand, in their group buy IC thread type thing, they just mentioned that they used a lot of easy to machine corners and stuff like that. Also has a bit of like a kind of a frame, kind of like what we saw on the, oh, what was that other keyboard called with the same kind of, the Ginkgo? So what's up, Clackbait? How you doing, man? Koala, thank you so much for the Prime, by the way. I really appreciate you. I hate the seam, but it looks, I don't actually mind the seam here. Some seams look stupid, but the cool thing about this seam, let's zoom in a little bit here. The nice thing about this seam is it kind of wraps around into this design element, which is kind of nice. So I kind of like it. Very basic box on wedge. Seam sits a little bit higher. That's totally cool. But yeah, pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, like, this is not a bad looking board over here. Now, there is some other changes that went into this board as well. And you'll see when we take it apart, one of the things is pretty immediate, and you can kind of see it right now. There's flex cuts in this PCB. For the final round of this has been completely taken off, from what I understand. The way it looks a bit dirty. Oh, it's because I need to take off the... Shit, do you want to do... Should we do that now? I'll do that later. Flex cuts have been removed for the final one, which is nice. Nice to hear, because yeah, I'm a little bit sick of flex cuts on everything. Like leaf ping? I don't know. We'll have to see if those have leaf ping. I don't know when I'm going to use those. But yeah, I kind of like the design. Design's nice in this. For 150, I'm happy with this overall design. I think this is pretty cool. I still quite don't understand how they're getting away with 150 on this, because a badge, you know, it has technically, these are pieces you can unscrew, I believe, too, right? So pretty crazy. It does have a piece of silicone on the top too. We don't have to put this in. I'm gonna take this apart now too. The thing with the silicone piece, I've seen it used in matrix boards. I've never quite liked it, but again, that's gonna be very, very much personal preference. I think the silicone kind of dampens the sound, which is, I mean, it's cool that they're adding that at the very least. I appreciate it. 150 is mad, profit margin must be tight. Yeah, it's really cool that they're doing this. I can't speak on profit margin or anything. These are actually, dude, there's like, sometimes you get screws in keyboards. It's just a me thing, where the screws are super easy to unscrew, and I love that. It just feels good unscrewing it. Where are they selling it? Thok Supply is one of the vendors, and I believe Keebs for All is the other. I'm not too sure about all the regional vendors. Solid Bear, hello. How are you doing? But yeah, guys, the flights went well, so I was happy about that. It was funny because I was waiting in the airport, and someone went to go sit down on one of the fabric couches. Dude, and it was just me and this other person on this wing of the airport, because it was mad late at night, because it was a weird flight time. And they went to go open their, what's it called? I think they opened a Sprite.
Alexotos stash.
Meg, thank you so much for the Prime. They opened their Sprite, and it just fizzes all over these fabric couches. And I'm thinking, like, maybe this person will, you know, do the nice thing and like pat it down with some tissue and like go get someone to clean it up. They got their ass up and like completely walked away. They just said, fuck that, dude. And they even left the Sprite can there. I was pretty crazy, man. J1, thank you so much for the Prime, dude. Appreciate you. At least it was white. Oh, the fabric couch? It was like a, yeah, it's like a pattern fabric couch. The perfect crime? Yes. Average based Sprite enjoyer? Oh my
Alex.
god.
Can't wait to meet you in Toronto.
Oh my god, dude, that is gonna be such a crazy meetup. There's so many people going to that meetup, dude. So here's our top frame, pretty simple. And this is probably where they're getting some more of their, that's actually a really interesting design. How does this all work? Well, I want to take this apart. So we got a little piece of silicone here, which I'm not going to use this. So nice.
Alexot hype, Alexot cozy, Alexot love.
FR4 plate too, but I think I want to stick with the Alu plate. Although FR4 kind of sounds nice too. I don't know. I'm not sold on it yet. Alex OP and Cornographic, thank you so much. I really appreciate the subs, dude. So nice. Full value, use all of what you buy. Nah, dude, I don't. Do you guys want me to use this piece of silicone? So the silicone, God, they actually have like an explanation. Hold on, let me open something up really quickly. Offers slightly more compression of sound, I assume. So it probably does compress the sound a little bit. Again, I've used this on the on the Matrix keyboard. So it says optional. We don't have to use it. So I'm probably not. Just take it out. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see, chat. Yeah, plate foam. Sweet. Let's take this out. Here's the bottom of our keyboard. And you can see this is where we can unscrew. This is a nice color, actually. This is where we unscrew the side pieces, and you can buy different sides, which is pretty awesome. I respect that. That's cool. Adds another little way you can customize this.
Hope you're doing well.
More an orange, not really a peach. Would you guys classify this as a peach color? I mean, for 150, this looks pretty awesome. I do think this looks nice. Hey, look, there you go, a little wink in there. Only thing peachy here is you? Oh, please, dude, don't make me blush like that. And Spleen, thank you so much, man. Hope you're doing well too. I'm doing good. I feel very well rested today. I was a little bit tired this morning, but it kind of wore off quickly, which I'm very grateful for. All right, here's the PCB. We're gonna use foam for this. The final PCB is not gonna have flex cuts at all, which I'm very grateful for that decision. Would love to have built this with, no flex cuts, but it's definitely excessive. I think this is a lot of excessive flex cuts. The traces are whatever. I don't like, it doesn't really bug me none, but yeah, definitely not the biggest fan. Which sparks another whole discussion too. Some people are very upset about the whole flex cuts being not liked as much trend, which I'm a little bit shocked by, because at first when we're building these things and we're kind of stuffing them as intended by the manufacturer, as intended by the person who designed it with foam, and it sounds good and all, because it does, flex cuts do sound good with foam. I think people fail to realize that it doesn't take it takes some time to recognize our preferences and stuff like that. And also I was always curious why some boards sounded so thin and hollow. And then when I realized it was the flex cuts, I'm like, ooh, these actually offer less than ideal circumstances for building the keyboard that I like. So I get people's not resentment or anger towards flex cuts, or to not flex cuts entirely, but just to people who review things. But I think people have to understand too that you kind of have to base your opinion on something. For example, if I built it with foam and you guys are happy with it, right? Or I built any keyboard with foam and it's yeah, this is it for me. Why would you be upset later saying that the flex cuts we've kind of figured out aren't giving us optimal value for our purchase? If you liked it the first thing and that you based your purchase decision on that, then it is what it is there. I was even thinking about maybe just taping this up a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. I haven't fully decided. All right, and we got stabs. Which are these guys? These are new stabs, by the way.
God damn, dude.
Oh my god, dude. Novel keys. What are you guys doing right now? Hello. I miss you, buddy. Dude, it was so much fun hanging out with all of them, by the way. So much fun. NK the GOAT. You guys are too kind, man. So, I'm gonna tell you this. Is this your paycheck? No comment. Dude, let me tell you. Okay, I didn't tell this to NK, but let me tell you. After all was said and done, we hung out and stuff like that, I got a little bit nostalgic afterwards, because hanging out with everyone, all these friends that I've met online and stuff like that, and all these cool people, dude, I'm not gonna lie, it reminds me of this sounds so cheesy, but almost of simpler times, growing up with friends and family and stuff like that. It was so weird because I've been so focused on work and career and making everyone else so happy that I took 2 seconds, I get the complete. Yeah, dude, when we were all hanging out, I was just wow, this reminds me of just growing up. You had friends at one point in my life, yeah. It was crazy. It was very just simpler times, I hope you had the time of your life. Some Green Day. How fuck do you open this? Oh, there's a sticker here. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I 100% needed some time to refresh my brain. I think I was very like out of it. Oh god, I hate removing stickers. I got it. So these are the M1 stabilizers. Kind of looks like they just got the same design cue from the. Actually, I don't know. It almost looks like a plate mounted. And then they kind of got some design cues from the. Not really, actually. Well, we'll see. So they have higher walls to combat, from what I read, to combat the what's it called? Wobble of the stem, which apparently affects wire rattle, which I'm not too sure about. Novel keys, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, dude, it was so much fun. I can't wait to see you guys again. It's gonna be awesome, dude. Nice packaging. It's a little excessive. My problem with packaging like this, truly, is you're gonna throw this away. It looks nice, like in theory, be like, oh yeah, look at this plastic box that I got. You're gonna toss this. I don't think, maybe, like even this piece of foam here at the bottom, like what would you use this for? That's kind of my problem with packaging like this. It's neat, but I would have just preferred a cardboard box that I can go and like easily recycle and stuff. Yeah, you could maybe find some use for this for another reason, but the packaging is like, you know, the way they kind of presented everything in this foam is pretty, for sure. Definitely pretty. Cool for initial opening, yeah. That's always kind of been my opinion with over-engineered boxes and stuff like that. All right, let's take some of these things out. But let's see. I don't know. I don't know how these will perform. Like even the way they put the screws in the side, it's cool, but I think it kind of stops there. I just use them to loop switches. Oh, these little cases here? Honestly, if you can find other uses for them, then for sure. You feel so wasteful throwing it away. Dude, I feel guilty when I toss things away. I always have. When it comes to like cardboard boxes and stuff, I don't feel as guilty because you can recycle those. But when it comes to like some other things, I feel very guilty. Knife Lab will be simplified packaging for the staff. Oh, hi Thox Supply. Oh, will they? Is this more of just like a showcase one? Yeah, because this is definitely like complex.
Alex, give us a random fact about yourself that few people know PLS.
A random fact about myself that few people know? Damn. So nice.
Yo, Otos.
Hi, Super. Kobe, a random fact about myself that few people know. That's tough. Let me think about that. I feel like I'm very transparent with everybody. Where'd you get my desk pad? This is the origami one. I believe... I know I got this from Desk Hero. I'm not too sure what the US vendor would be for this. Yeah, they made the M with the 2U. It's definitely cute. I like that. It's cool. It's cool presentation. But I just think it's a lot of like... Kind of ends there with presentation. Okay, we'll get the screws and stuff afterwards. Dallas Supply ran it? Okay. I started my photography journey? Hell yeah, Dane. What'd you get for our first camera again? I don't remember. I built my first Geon board yesterday. I now get the hype. Which board did you build from Geon? The only board that I don't like from Geon is the frog. That's it. I really need to cut my hair tomorrow. I think tomorrow's a haircut day. Because it's just like... It's too wild now. My friend just got his H2 today. Oh, that's a nice camera too. Oh, a Sony? Why don't I like the frog? Tadpole mount for me has always been very hit and miss. I don't love tadpole mount. Some keyboards sound amazing with it. Some have a very thin bottom row. I'm not too sure if that's just like a thing with it, but I don't know. It's just always been my thing. I have tried GS3. It's actually really nice. Cap, you were praising the frog the other time. There's one frog that I built for a client that was really good, but my frog, it sits in storage because I have built it 3 times and don't like it, like at all. My frog sits in storage. But some people love it, some people don't. I have not yet built the frog to my liking. The frog TKL, not the mini. I have never built the mini. Can I have your frog then? Okay, guys. Very straight wire. I'll give him that too. Let's do this. Let's lube this thing up. I'll have it, please. Guys, I'll be doing some giveaway stuff in a few weeks, okay? Thoughts on the remove of the color purple of the Join65? Okay, listen. I love the fact that purple is offered. How many people actually buy purple keyboards? Purple is very, he didn't wire balance? Yeah, I made sure, it's good. It's very straight. Purple's very, you have one and then you kind of like, it kind of ends there. It's not like, I don't want to say safe. It's just not like a color you get that works for everything. But, you know, I feel like I'm saying that and everyone's going to be like, I like purple. Fuck you, Alex. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just telling you guys, from a marketing standpoint, I think that's like the best color to cut. Purple for Spellbook Gang. Fuck you, Alex. Thanks, Solid Bear. I like purple. Fuck you. Yeah, there we go, dude. Love you, Alex. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Purple's hard to match with my setup. Yeah, maybe I just don't like purple. Maybe I'm being biased. Is Thought Supply still in chat? Thought Supply, what's your favorite color of the Join? I think there was a beige one or a cream one. I think that might have been my favorite color out of all the ones that I looked at. Panda and Frost, it's a good trade. Frost is like a light blue, I'm assuming? I can't remember what Frost was. Okay, so these are very much, these stabs are kind of like the QMX stabs, the GMK ones there, where it's a little tough to get inside the butt there. So you're gonna have to, I mean, you can always sneak in through the front though, which is nice. That sounds so weird saying that out loud, but you can sneak in through the front and add lube there, instead of having to plug the butt there. Dude, stop. Guys, listen. I didn't mean it that way there, alright, bro? You can sneak in to add lubricant for the stabilizer, alright? You meant it? Huh?
Here's hoping this sub will help you afford a shirt with finished hems and such. Maybe you can get one in purple. You know I love you, buddy.
I'm cool, dude. That was so fucking ruthless, man. Holy shit. I think that's finished. Oh no, it's not finished. You're right. That's stupid. Oh, it's all torn up. It's like supposed to be worn or whatever. Yeah. Thank you, Uncool, dude. Plug the butt, yeah. I gave up in trying to ask with highlight, handsome man. Oh wait, sorry. What is the keycap puller you had to... Dude, that one there broke. That was an old one from... Who made those again? Tempest. Tempest made those. But I don't think he makes them anymore. It's been a long time. This has been lubing 101 with Alex. Yeah. It has been indeed. Okay, we're going to do it like these. I'm going to add a little bit more on the internals here. Because when you slip the stem through, it's a little hard to get to the sidewalls. Nana, am I pronouncing it right? Nana? Thank you so much. I appreciate the prime. Thank you. I like the colors of these stabs, though. I'm not gonna lie, these are cute. Can appreciate the colors of these. Someone had asked in your server the other day, do you have a Volt 176? I do, yes. I use a Volt now. simply because I would have kept the other one, the other audio interface I had, but it did not work with Mac. So I had to swap for one that did. And I didn't want to spend another big chunk of change, so I just got a Volt 176. You smell? Sorry, just doing what the title says. I didn't even see Chozo put that. You're the first person to tell me I smell, though. You smell? I started a keyboard followers group in my work. I was inspired by creators like you, so I can bring the hobby of... Oh, that's awesome, Skullhead. That is so cool. Wait, so how does that work? Do you just like kind of post it and then people kind of joined? Been looking at a Sony a6000 or 6400. Dean, dude, okay. I'm speaking from a very biased standpoint right now. That 6000 series is great. However...
Howdy, hey. Got to a 6400 myself as my first camera.
It's a great camera. And I think the 64 out of all the 6 lineup of some of the older ones are the best. It's great. The video on it's okay. My experience with Sony is Sony makes you feel like your purchases. Sony really makes you feel like your purchases don't feel good. So, I don't know. Sony kind of, they ramp up in technology so quick, and then they kind of make you feel like your stuff is really obsolete really quickly. That's how I felt with being with Sony. If you can, like if you're looking for that kind of price range of camera, I would even pick up like an X-T20 or an X-T30 from Fuji. You'll have more fun with it. Sony also 10 minutes later, we no longer support this model. It's not that they don't support the model, it's just they're releasing stuff so quickly where I would say the majority of other camera brands don't do that.
Less than 3, hope you had a good
Matenza,
week
dude,
Welcome back.
It was very, very nice, but I was definitely 100% missing you guys. I just wanted the Sony lens environment, maybe not worth. Do you enjoy the camera though? Yeah, dude, you're gonna enjoy the camera. The cameras are all solid, like for stills, and they even have stuff for video and stuff too. But I think from my standpoint of like, I had Sony. I had like my whole thing was Sony at one point. And then like a month later, I'm like, well, if I just waited a month, I would have got this one. But then if I wait another month, and then everything just felt so obsolete so quickly. But with Fuji stuff, I've had all this stuff for a very long time, and it all feels like solid. Like it feels like solid gear. Followed for the Fujifilm shout out, rocking the X100F from dude. That's still like my friend has that one there, and I recently got to try that one there, Sneaky Dino. Amazing. Like the camera systems I'm using right now I have a mix match of bodies. An XS10 for the top down. This is the XS10. Then we have this one here, which is the XT3. And then we have an XT4 for the face cam. And then I use an XH2S for the majority of my stills. But more so recently, I've been using the Leica camera. I actually tried getting an X100V, but bro, that thing there was sold out for 15 years, I swear to God. And I ended up picking a Ricoh GR3 up, which I actually brought to Novel Keys and took some pictures of everyone there with that camera, because it's such a capable little pocket camera. I don't think you can get it at all, Pancake. I still think it's sold out. People who have the X100F are still very lucky, because that's a good little camera too. But I don't think you can get an X100V anymore. I think it's like still back ordered and stuff like that. It's crazy.
29 month of being Alex sexual.
Huh?
I need to give that stash a try.
Say what now? Thank you, Omar. I appreciate you, dude. It means a lot, man. Say what now, though? Huh? Let's put this guy here in. I don't know if you know this keyboard, but what do you think about the... I don't know which one that is. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Plakanoko? I don't know what that one there is. Been recommended an A6000 to start off with. If you can find an A6000, They're pretty good. There is a small issue with, okay. Oh, the other reason why I don't love the A6000, I used to like the camera. I used to have one. The A6000 on video mode has a feature you cannot turn off, which is the skin smoothing. That is baked into the camera. So if you're videoing like a friend, you'll notice a transition. It has like a beauty filter inside of it, baked into the camera, where you can't get rid of it. So you'll see your friends, like, it goes from having like texture on your face and you have skin cells and stuff to mostly images, then you're fine. Honestly, you're totally fine then. For video purposes, it's one of the more lame ones. Oh man, I haven't used a desk pad in a while. Maybe we'll get back into desk pad gang here. This is the third workaround for that skin. Is there actually a workaround for that thing? God, I wish I knew that. A third-party workaround? Bro was experiencing comfy elbows. Yeah, I know, right? It's so different now. Before I didn't experience that. All right, let's get some dielectric grease. Okay, let me go with that. 1 second. Get some dielectric grease up in here. There's still sun outside. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm here for this style of weather. I love it, dude. I love it. Hello, chat and Alex, just tuning in. What's going on, crazy? How you doing? Any recommendations for roughly 600 to 800 CAD? I think you can probably find an XT2. I don't know if it'll be brand new, but it's muggy AF at the moment, and I'm not about it. Yeah, when it's super, super humid, I'm not about it either. I don't like sweating, but right now it's pretty awesome. Do you have an inline gain or just use the gain from the interface? Just the interface. It's actually sitting comfortably at about 70%. Probably can be turned down a little bit too. I think I'm probably too loud. The reason why I like that interface so much, first of all, it's aesthetically really pretty. It has the wood panels on the side. I can't really show you guys because like the cables are all tied up and I can't move it. It's aesthetically beautiful. And the other reason is it has built-in features without being overboard on features. Like it has just the things that I need, which is it has the compressor and then it also has the other thing. I don't remember what it is. Can't really see it. It's kind of far away. But perfect for what I need. It brings this microphone that I'm using, the 416, to life. So love it. Pink? Give me 1 second. I'll make it pink. This is as pink as it's gonna get. More purple. Are you using the vintage filter? Yeah, I have that turned on. It doesn't really do anything to I'm not gonna lie. What it does is I think it warms up my voice, but I've done tons of testing on that little filter thing that's on it. It doesn't do anything else to other sound. It really just warms up my voice a little bit and makes it sound a little bit more natural instead of like cold and bland, which is why I like this. Believe it or not, I was just using that exact same stack when I actually had the bigger audio interface anyways. Hydrate, give me 1 sec. I could use a hydrate. Everyone can use a hydrate right now. What stabs are we using? These are the new M Studio stabs or M1 stabs? I remember seeing stuff about these like a while ago. But they're kind of pretty. I like the way they look. Liquid Death. That's just, is it carbonated water or just water? Will desoldering Mil-Max sockets ruin them, or you can... If you can desolder a Mil-Max socket cleanly, you need to tell me how to do that. Every Mil-Max socket I've ever desoldered ends up being completely trash. So from my experience, I've never got a good desolder of a Mil-Max socket. But I don't know. I've never done it. Can be both water and sparkling water. Because you're Garbo? That's mean, Lumik. I got the Hamu Heartbeat silent linear switches. What else is a must for silent keyboards? I mean, you could foam it all up. Foaming it up will probably be the best way to go about that too. Theric, thank you so much for the tier 1. I missed your love, High Skull King. What kind of lube are you using? Dielectric grease. Oh, I spoke to Novel Keys about this. I sat there and I begged Mike. I said, please, look into carrying Loctite. He said, okay, he'll look into it. So I don't know when, but I did it. I hopefully convinced him to get Loctite grease. Thank you. Yes, hopefully we can do it, dude. Hopefully Loctite will be at Novel Keys. Yeah, the Hamus are probably the best silent switches I've ever tried. Like, hands down. There's nothing better. I finally made the switch. Permatext was so bad. I need to like make a document or article about all the common things people use that are just absolutely like detrimental to their keyboard building experience. Any thoughts on the S65 V2? Which one's the S65 again? The backspace on my QK75 doesn't sound like the rest of my stabilizers. Is the installation of the stab right? Sometimes even not screwing it in can make it sound awful. But also, sometimes just the stab can sound different depending on its positioning on the keyboard. So, it really depends. Oh, that one, I was actually looking into buying that one there myself. It looks cool. I don't know if it's any good, but it looks neat. I was considering that. I saw that on Mechland. I joined their Discord the other day. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it though. I've actually had the GS3 for quite some time. I think they're going to send me I don't know if it's changed at all, but a new batch of the GS3. But the GS3 is as thick like XHT BDZ. It's supposed to be like the competitor, and it's in a syringe, which is nice. And it's not quite as messy as XHT BDZ, which is awesome. Yeah, good old Saturday stream. Nice little Saturday with all my friends here. All right. Again, just so everyone's completely aware, I'm not going to pause the music right now, but this is not the final PCB. It sucks that I don't get to show you guys the non-flex cut one, but this is not the final PCB. The final PCB will be the same thickness of 1.2 mil, but no flex cuts. No flex cuts. I don't think there'll be an option, unfortunately, so the people who do want flex cuts won't have them. Also, I don't think we got... Did this come with any stab shims? I guess I could just use these. Okay, I'll have to put some adhesives under these too, just so we can raise this up. I'll use this quick, which is fine. Actually, let me double check first. Did this come with washers? Oh, the stab shims are right there. Oh, wait, does this come with no washers? I don't see any washers in there. Stab shims included? Yeah, I just saw that now. I didn't even see that. Cute little packaging. All right, let's put one of these guys in here. How's the leg foot been? Oh, it has been... I am completely okay. Are you talking about like the gout stuff? I have not had any bad feelings with gout in a while, which is fantastic. I don't know if you guys are aware, but... Oh, someone asked me earlier something I don't really talk about too much. I need to think of that still. You've sold me on the grease now? Good experiences the last few times? Oh, the dielectric? Hell yes, dude. Dielectric is too good. I guess you don't need gaskets if you're using the shim here. Another trick that I think is really important when you're doing stabs, do like a stabilizer wiggle test. So if you grab a pair of tweezers and this is like wiggling all around, right now it's completely solid. You need to make sure that they're tighter against the PCB. This shouldn't wiggle at all. If this wiggles, you might get some sound happening from the wiggling of the plastic, like this. And that's not even your wire sometimes, it's just the plastic. Does this work for snap-in stabs? The wiggle test? No. The wiggle test, only for screw-ins. Well, I mean, if it wiggles with clip-ins, then get new stabs for that particular build. Let's grab more screws. Remember you had a few pains a few months ago and you were limping? Yeah, that was from gout. Someone asked how I get gout? How did you manage your gout? Okay, I'm pretty positive it really pushed through because I had like 2 beers one day because we had got some fried chicken and I was like, oh, you know what I haven't had in a while? Fried chicken and beer. Like, it's been a long time. And we had picked up like a little case of Sapporo and I had some fried chicken and beer, and then I'm not even kidding you guys, like the next day I felt a pain starting in my toe and it just kind of like gradually increased. But the way I'm managing that now is I'm just not eating particular foods. Like, I'm not going crazy on red meat because you're not supposed to, and I'm not going crazy on things like fish and seafood. I can still eat it without any sort of repercussion, like on a normal like basis. But that's pretty much it though. And I've not touched any beer. I feel like if I have a single beer, it's probably just gonna shine right through and make my foot hurt. No beer, I couldn't do that. I like beer too. Like, I love having it with meals. Certain things, I just love it. But unfortunately, I have to make a little sacrifice for my health, which is not a bad thing. Straight to spirits? I'm not sure. I think it's just exclusive to, I don't know if it's all alcohol for gout. I can't remember. But I know, I think it's the barley or something. I think you should always use shims on the bottom. I don't think you should use shims on the top. Health is wealth. Very good saying. That's very true. All you eat is red meat and marinate it in beer. I mean, if you don't have it, I don't think you're going to get it. But it is painful, dude. It's alcohol. It's all alcohol. Well, I mean, I haven't had any alcohol at all, so... Is it really? I thought it was just beer for some weird reason. Well, thankfully, I haven't had anything for alcohol. The shims are only meant for thinner PCBs, guys. It's for thinner PCBs and when you use thick stabs. Here's the problem with shims, though, and how I put them on is with hot swap sockets. Like, I can't put that on here now unless I remove this socket. So I'll probably have to somehow put that on the bottom, the top or something. But let's see what I can do. I'm safe. I just drink moonshine. I might go quickly grab like a little gasket. Let me just screw this on here. I feel like a bag of rocks when I use shims. I'd rather just get the right size stabs. Yeah, I don't disagree. Right size stabs always feel better. I just want to see if it works without the shim. Like, will it wobble at all? Does it have some... Actually, you know what? I don't even think you need the shim for this. There is absolutely no movement happening here. I don't think you need it. I can see on the back here, though. So, okay, here's a good example. I don't know if you guys will be able to pick that up on the camera. There's a small, oh no, I don't think so. There's a small gap that's sitting underneath here, but because the screw is so tight, that's not moving anywhere. So I think we should be okay. I don't think this is gonna be detrimental to our keyboard build at all. I've never had anything like moonshine. Moonshine seems like too crazy for me. We're using, well, I did a batch of really nice cherry Nixies because I was really feeling this build today. Yeah, alcohol is not something I drink too much. Oh, here, let me tell you that question from earlier. Someone subbed and asked me something I don't tell no one. I think the most cringe moment I've ever had with myself is I went to like a party when I was a bit younger, and I ended up drinking a little bit too much, and then I ended up basically like falling asleep. Here's the kicker though. The party was for New Year's, and I fell asleep around 11 o'clock. So I didn't even get to do anything for New Year's. And then, whatever, man. It was just kind of like one of those things where I'm like, man, that sucks. I missed the whole experience because I had a little bit too much to drink and passed out. So, never again, dude. Never again. Not something I am proud of. I took a break from the hobby and came back to flex cuts on everything and everywhere. It's okay though, sport. You know why I say that it's okay? I made a big stink about it about a month ago. And I think a lot of vendors have been understanding that not a lot of people want flex cuts on literally everything. So a lot of people are making the switch. This keyboard here, its final version won't have flex cuts. It's been like 5 years. Oh, dude, congrats, Lugs. Honestly, better for your wallet too, right? Better hobbies. I'll happily pay a little extra to have both. Yeah, me too. If it means like a $3 or $4, surcharge on all orders, just to have like the option to pick something on a keyboard that I actually want, fine, sure. I love this board, Alex. Looking forward to see what you can. Yeah, did you build yours with foam, Sterling? I meant to go actually watch your VOD because I saw that you had built it, and I think who was the other person that built it? Someone else built it too. I was like, oh, I wonder if they used foam in theirs. Because I want to like, I guess, showcase some like other ways to build it, I suppose. But yeah, tomorrow is haircut day. It is way too wild, bro. I had to go into the second round of Zoom 75s, but now I'm screwed out of the additional plates. Really, you don't get to? Near Lucid, how did he build his? Did everyone use foam in theirs? Very curious. Stab seems super smooth. All right, let's put some stuff back here. Did you see the Unicorn SE color? I did. Is it the same kind of blue as my Unicorn? I wasn't. Hey, you know what? I kind of want to go look at that again. Was that on Singa's Instagram? Pause. Yeah, it's the new Corn SE. I think it might have been on Singa's. Oh, it's in their Discord? I saw it somewhere. I just don't remember where I saw it. Foamed up and one without. My favorite was no foam with neon switches. Well, you have to use the plate foam, so I guess both does need it. You have to use the plate foam, right? Did you use the bottom foam though? I had to use the case foam too, but it wasn't so flexy. Oh god, how's this going? Like this. Because I believe this is acting as the gasket here. There we go. Okay. Do you guys have a picture? Do you guys have a link to the Corn SE again? I want to take a closer look because I was looking at I was kind of like half asleep looking on my phone, so I didn't actually get like a good look at all. But if you guys have like a picture of it, oh god, that's bright. I'll gladly take a look. Oh, let me see this. Let me take a look. I put it in general. Okay, I have to go to the one in general. For some reason, I'm not logged into Discord on my browser. You said it's in general chat. Where's my Discord? God damn it, dude. There's too many Discords I'm in. Dude, that looks really good. If it's anything like the Corn that I have, I think you guys will really enjoy that color, man. It's a pretty color. Sport, thank you so much for the Prime, man. You know what? Let's use the alu plate. Alu plate or F44, guys? I think alu would be nice. Alu? Alu with Nixies? Yeah. Okay, someone actually said, is stabilizer rattle and stabilizer taking the same thing? No. Let me explain quickly. There are so many different things your stabilizers can make noises from. Even down to the keycap having too large of a stem hole. So, if your stabilizer doesn't sound like ideal, like exactly what you want, sometimes it's not even the thing that you think it is. It sounds confusing, but there's like, I'd say 3 or 4 main points of what can cause noise in the stab. Installation, lubing, wires being overly bent, and stabilizers having like the actual keycap not fitting the stab properly. And then there's some like minor things, like for example, if you didn't, if there's like not screwed in, which kind of leads back to installation, some minor stuff too. But I'd say those are like the 4 main things when it comes to stabs. When I got into keyboards, there was barely any 75s, and I was wanting 75s. Now there's like 75s everywhere. I think the new thing everyone's kind of getting into is FRL TKLs. Everyone's been liking that. Oh, my mouse was done by a content creator. Well, actually, yeah, I'd call him that. He's also like a business himself. Leonardo de Mouse. I actually need to message him soon for another project I have in mind. All right, let's put some some switches in, and then we can test these guys out. Cosmo and Wanda. Is it? Which one do I use here? I think I might need to clip this, right? Yeah, I do need to cut this. Let me get a pair of scissors because I need this particular one here. 1 second, guys. Leonardo de Mouse. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, but Leonardo de Mouse. Get it? Is it funny? Yeah, there you go. Oh, got it. Guys, can I share something with you guys? I shared it a little earlier, but I've lost just about a little over 6 pounds. I'm so happy with the progress so far. I feel a lot better. I feel like I have more energy during the days. I can't wait to get back into my workout routine. I've just been a little bit like under the weather-ish. Dandy, no worries, dude. Life's too short to keep things negative and be too serious about everything in life. It is way too short to do that. Lining up the first switch with hot swap is always the weirdest to me. There we go. 10 pounds of weight loss can be huge. Yeah, dude, the 6 pounds so far has been crazy. I can't wait to get to like that 10 mark. Trying to make sure I do it all correctly and healthy, not just like kill myself doing it. Why am I struggling with this right now? Okay, hold on. Let's put another one here and align this side. There we go. I've been slowly working myself back into a routine. Hell yeah. For me, the walking stuff is like the best routine. Walking is my favorite thing to do. So I've been doing 14 incline for about half hour at about 3.5 to 4 speed, depending. Zach, did I just shift it over to you? Make a keyboard weigh 1 ounce for every pound that I lost. I've gotten back into bouldering. That apparently is, I've never done bouldering before, but apparently it's like insane, dude. Apparently that is one hell of a workout. All right. What's your thought on the Augur 60? I built that a while ago, didn't I? It was nice. I just got knee surgery on Thursday. Now I can hopefully get back into doing stuff and get back on track. Hell yeah. What was, if you don't mind me asking, like what was the cause of the surgery? Just bad knee or injury of some sort? Wife had her book signing today at Sherway Gardens, so I've been super manager / super husband mode all day. Wait, really? That's so awesome. Just drinking some Hamilton Craft Brew beer is exactly what I needed. How did it go? Did it go well? That must have been really exciting. Was it her, I hate to ask, also, I'm really curious. Was it like her first book signing, or is this like a regular thing for her? That's super awesome. Okay, let me actually test our stabs here. I've never used these stabs before, and I'm hoping to get it right. You can film Nixies. I tried the TX films in them. I'm meh about TX films on the Nixies. I much prefer the Desky films. So that's my recommendation. Let me get some, I don't know what keycaps we're going to use today, though. Good question. I don't know. It's a white keyboard. So nice. You know what might look nice? If I have this available. Oh, I have an idea. I think it's over here. I think Dandy might look cute on this. Inflectra, how are you? What type of plate and backplate produces the most thock? Well, if you're looking for bassy sound signatures, probably go with something more plasticky. So my recommendation would probably be something like polycarbonate, but for backplate? What do you mean by backplate? Ooh, that is a very nice sounding stabilizer. Okay. I can give you guys the quick summary of what to expect when it comes to plates. Here's the quick and dirty on plates. Pretty nice with the Nixies. The quick and dirty is if you want alu, or if you want something a little bit more like metallic-y, has a little bit more of like a sound signature characteristic to it of, you know, metal, go with alu. If you want something that's still high pitched but has like more of has less of a metallic sound signature, go with FR4. If you want, or carbon fiber. If you want something that's a little bit deeper, go with either polypropylene, PC, palm, something like that. That's literally the quick and dirty of it. IMO, that's all you need to know. This is the medium size. The small size I only ever use for particular sets. Actually, we don't need this, right? Because there's a blocker. Yeah, there's a blocker. Okay, let me get this one here out afterwards. I've been really vibing with alu lately. I've always thought alu is not the safest choice per se. Actually, I need to pull this one here too. Let me grab it now. Alu's not the safest choice, but alu is definitely one of those choices where it kind of works with if the keyboard's done properly. I feel like a lot of people. Where is my switchboard? One sec, guys. If the keyboard's done properly, alu's usually like my favorite thing to use as well. It's just so nice of a material. Oh wait, any dense weight will make the keyboard sound more full, less metallic ringing. probably all you need to know for that. So just whatever weight's heavier, brass is fine. Hyperglides and alu? Oh man, hyperglides are not my favorite switch. You know what I had for the first time today, by the way, guys? Like ever in my entire life? Dim sum. I've never had it before. Cherry on alu CF. My favorites are like CF and alu as well. Like well, FR4 is interchangeable with CF. I don't remember what they were all called, but it was good. I think people really want breakfast though, Kimlin Win. Low key, I'm always up for breakfast too. Breakfast, like eggs and bacon and buttered toast and stuff. So good. I've had Indian food once in the past, but like, I feel like it's been forever. No. I mean like eggs and bacon. I'm a big eggs and bacon kind of guy. Honestly, okay, I know people say dim sum is breakfast, but to me, it feels more like a dinner or lunch. My idea of breakfast is eggs and bacon. I love eggs. Where am I? Oh, dude, pancakes. I love pancakes, man. Chocolate chip pancakes. Gimme. Oh wait, Matt, did you tell me? Oh, let me look at the chat history here. Sometimes I miss things. I apologize, guys. We're out in Beamsville. Oh wait, no, there. It was her first stop on the Ontario tour with her first book. Went insanely well. Hell yeah, dude. So nice.
2 years, goddamn! I'm gonna French kiss you.
What the heck? What the heck, Angel? Do it, you won't. I'll be waiting. Matt, do you want to send me? I'd love to like look at the book or whatever. If you don't think that's like a personal invasion of privacy or whatever, send me a DM, bro. Alex, you'll be reviewing the Lion Friends TKL soon. I have to wait for Tim to ship it out. So who knows when that'll be? Who knows, dude? Maybe in a week, maybe in a year. It's Tim, so who knows? Yeah, that's it. Breakfast for dinner is Pog, always, bro. Waiting on Tim, GG. Any thoughts on GS3? I've used it. Like, I actually have had it for quite a long time, and I didn't. Kinetic Labs sent it to me like a year ago, and I'm not sure if it's the exact same thing as what it is now, but it was really good. Like, I was using it almost every day there for like a few weeks. Only reason I stopped is just because like I wasn't sure what it was. Who needs Tim anyway? I need Tim. Unfortunately, I need Tim. What you think are the trendy switches at the moment? Trendy switches? Ooh, that's a tough one. The trendy switch right now might be cream sodas, but they're legitimately really good. I think Zaku's were like the last biggest trendy switch that I think still are kind of trendy for some people, which I didn't understand why they were going like super nutty about, because Zaku's just felt like, again, I even to some degree the cream sodas, I just think the cream sodas have a slightly different sound signature to them. I feel like most long pull switches end up kind of sounding very similar, and I know that's a shitty take because I know there are differences, but to me, it's harder to tell those differences with long pull switches because just the bottom out's so like loud. The other big trend in switches right now is getting like pretty solid factory lubed. If you can get a pretty solid factory lube switch, like from who's making the good ones again? It's Aphelion. Those are pretty damn good. Didn't get the Zaku hype either. Yeah, I had tried them for the first time like months afterwards. I'm like, why are these so popular? Do you think NK Cream Plus switches with copper inserts will be Pog on the Envoy? Yes. The NK Cream Plus with the copper inserts is such a fun switch. It has a very particular sound signature that no other switch has, because that copper insert has such a nice bottom out sound. So the answer is yes. But yeah, Encrate Cream Pluses, really fucking cool switches. I'm not sure on linking. Yeah, no worries. I got you. That actually helps me out because sometimes I forget to click things that pop up here. But thank you, Matt. I appreciate that, dude. I'll take a look after stream. I saw someone break the bottom housing with the copper insert already. What? Like they broke the switch? Huh? The Bison X has making some rounds this week. I heard about that too. I was watching that people saying that. Yeah, wait. They like punched a hole in the bottom of their switch? Are you sure they didn't use a hammer to type? And how the fuck did they do that? Dude, that is like... It was the space bar? Bro, like even me, like... I am not pressing that hard. Forehead to type? Yeah, boom, right there. Easy peasy, bro. You smell good. Thank you, doctor. I really appreciate that. Pin, thank you so much. I really appreciate the Prime. Thank you for using that here, bro. They're built different. Oh, you know what it was? They probably lost a game of Valorant. That game makes me do that to my spacebar too. When you lose a Valo game. Actually, never mind when you boot up Valorant, I do that same thing to my spacebar too. I just fucking smash it. I'm like, why the fuck am I playing this game? So, understand. Never mind. I got it. I'm picking up what they're putting down, you know? In this case, it was their spacebar straight through. Maybe the snapback was too strong, maybe. Apex for me? Apex, to me, like, the reason why I can tolerate things like Apex and stuff more, like, I love it. I like playing, genuinely, I do like playing Apex. But any battle royale I can tolerate more because the games feel more quick. And you're not sitting there stuck in a match for 40 plus minutes with people that you don't want to play with. Usually. Let me drink some water here. I'm finding my desire to game has been diminishing quite a bit lately. Oh, dude, same here. Gaming for me has not been on my top of my priority list for a long time. The only reason recently I've been getting back into it is because I'm using gaming as an excuse to take a break from working. But yeah, I'm not into gaming as much as I was 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. There's just not much I want to play. Diablo 4 will probably be a fun thing for what? A few months for me? I'm gonna probably play the shit out of it. Yeah, I probably will. Do back weights affect sound? Yes, they do. So a very thick weight can help create some alternate density in the weight of the actual keyboard itself, which should affect sound. Usually it makes the keyboard less resonant. It could make it sound a little bit more full. So it changes it. The Nixies look so good in this though. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? It's like a render from this angle. All right, let's put this all together. I am going to put that just in case. I don't think we actually need it, but just in case, I'm going to put this guy here down. It's a little piece of, so it isn't short. I appreciate that this is in the box, truthfully. I do. I appreciate it. And then let's just put this guy in. Missing a switch top right. I don't think we need it, right? Because we have the blocker. Nothing looks real from this angle. It's so weird. Wait, you have two switches in the Sonnet? Sorry guys, I struggle with JST connectors sometimes. Okay. Now let's put this guy here down. So this kind of acts as like a little pseudo seal to this gasket, this piece of mid-plate foam. So the mid-plate foam is mandatory on this build. And it kind of does the same thing like the KBD Fans Tiger 80, which kind of seals everything around. Not tightly, but it does add some seal there. Again, very cool looking case. And this is going to be 150. I really like the way the front looks. I like how the back, the color here just kind of wraps up. I know I already said that at the beginning, but I do think that looks nice. All right, let's screw this together. Screwdriver. Looks amazing for that price. Yes. Did they send you copper sides as well? No, I think, I don't know. Was there silver sides? I think silver with this color combo for the sides would look so sick as well. I was looking at all the colors and stuff prior to streaming. I will be building a Matrix Navi, yes. I think I'm building one. What am I doing? I need to screw this guy in. Join65 being on the backplate is pretty horrendous. It's gonna get changed to a different typeface. IMO, this is my personal take. I think for the future, what I ask of people who are designing keyboards, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like I'm saying this is my criticism on what I think typefaces on the back. I think adding like a picture, you know, maybe commissioning an artist like, there was a keyboard called the, the FMJ80, which had this like really cool like dragon on the inside of the keyboard, so you never got to see it. But I think if they add like an actual photo like etched onto this, or just a nice logo, or maybe just something on like over here instead, and keep this very simplistic. Again, the typeface is changing for this, but a photo maybe in the future. The Cloudline issue, yeah, all the cool stuff's on the inside. You know, I see a lot of boards with even like the signatures and stuff like that. I'm not saying this is personal preference. I've never really loved it. I think, again, you have one or two and it's like, oh, that's cool. And then when too many come out, it's like, now it's starting to get a little old. But I think, again, a photo or something would have been super neat for this. Everyone should learn from KBD Fans. Comic Sans. I don't think KBD Fans does it anymore. I think Comic Sans is off the table for them now. But it is going to change. The typeface is changing to something a lot cleaner looking than this. Because this does not suit the board. I'm so glad that that's a change they're making, because I think it's in their album on the IC or something like that now. Because this is an ugly typeface, I'm not going to lie. It's a super ugly typeface. Why not the design on the top left? Exactly, why not put that in the back too? Agree. I don't think I need to be reminded of what the keyboard's called in the back. I agree with you guys. I'm not even going to sit here and like... I 100% agree. I don't like just Join65 like that. I am only who I am. Thank you so much for the tier 1.
19 months. Crazy.
That is crazy, dude. Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. I'm going to put these color feet because... I don't know. I'm vibing with this gray. There you go. All the GB renders have been updated with the new weight engraving. It looks a lot cleaner. Again, I still think in the future I would prefer something else, but hey, you know what? I'll take the change. A non-shiny weight in the back. You know, you say that and I kind of agree too. PVD weights are fun, and I've said this for a long time. PVD weights are cool. Preference thing again. But I almost prefer like a matte finish to things. Or just a standard brass sandblasted. I don't know when this became a thing. A lot of brass weights have been sandblasted recently and like clear coat it. I kind of miss the days of the non-clear coated brass, so if things can patina. I like if I put my thumb on print, you know, I'm holding the board, then my oils, my fingers kind of patina the weight. I love that. I don't know why. It feels like not a lot of boards take advantage of that cool feature about brass. Okay, we'll do the peel now. We'll do the peel. Hold on, we'll do it from this angle. Yeah, we'll do it from this angle works, I guess. Oh, it needs to be cleaned. It needs to be wiped down because there's a little bit of adhesive there, but getting rid of coating is super easy. Is it actually? I don't know the process behind that. I was gonna get a cloth, but it's okay, I'll do it later. Nice finish. It's as good as PVD's gonna get. I do not use RTX voice, no. I use no sound altering programs at all. Cool. All right, let's put some keycaps on this bad boy. Yeah, 150 for all this. Honestly, not bad. I'm hoping this sounds good too. It's a cool little, I'd say, board on a budget. Ooh. The foam's not too aggressive either, even with the flex cuts, which is kind of nice. Ooh, shit. I dropped a keycap and got away. Dandy always looks good, guys. Can we do an Alex Auto-Tune channel point redemption? Oh, I need to set that up. I wonder how I would do that. I wish they could. Is Dandy sold out? Isn't Dandy still available? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know about Join65, but I'll definitely join 60. Burbs, huh? Oh my god, Burbs is making me act a fool right now. Burbs. What the? With this in the Bauer Light, there were some really good boards under 150. Yes. Dude, there are so many good things in this hobby for a good price right now. You know, a while ago, someone asked how I think the hobby is. I think it's actually not even a while ago. This gets asked quite a lot. How I think the hobby is changing. And I think the hobby is changing to people, because of the state of the economy and everything like that too. People are too stunned to speak. People are definitely leaning more towards boards that are more affordable, which, you know, I'm all for accessibility and boards that are more affordable. And what people have been doing with more affordable and lower priced keyboards is absolutely insane lately. But I think the hobby is also shifting in the world of the more expensive customs. I think my observations, and I'd like to know what you guys think too, people are less inclined to spend money on open group buys recently, unless it's, again, a value board. But I'm talking about like the ones that are around $350 to X amount dollars. They're less inclined to do big open GBs. But what I am seeing is people are more inclined to spend money on limited release products. GBs are hard to launch now, yeah. But the GBs I do see doing well are group buys that have like a cap of 50 or very small batch products. But they have to be good, like not just any batch of 50. I'm talking like good batches, like good keyboards that are smaller quantities. That's where I am seeing people wanting to spend more of their money is exclusive stuff, or stuff that can be seen as more of like a collector product. There's nothing wrong with that, but just my observation of where the hobby's going. It seems to be really catered towards more sub $200 boards because they've just gotten so good. And then some of the more interesting projects tend to do better when they're limited release. If I'm spending a ton of money on keyboards, I want it to be limited, yes. And I think that's kind of the mindset people are having now. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I think that's a completely valid mindset to have. You want to have some sort of like reason to spend on that. But I think the hardship comes into when designers do spend a lot of time designing a keyboard and they'd like to run it as an open group buy, and then perhaps they have to run it as a small batch, which I still think is completely viable to do. Definitely agree, GBs with more unique products do pretty well too. Yeah, I will even say something like the Corsa was definitely a more unique product that I feel like a lot more people ended up wanting to pick up because of that cool animated GIF. Even the Zoom 75 to a certain degree too. People wanted to pick that up because it had a cool screen on it. So if you can get something more of like a novelty item on your board too, definitely going to do better. But that's kind of my like state of the hobby thing that I can tell you guys, how I'm observing things. So it's pretty cool. It's the middle range keyboards that are struggling. I think they're struggling. To put it bluntly, I find the majority of the middle range stuff isn't even all that great sometimes these days. And this is a very bold statement and also broad statement. A lot of the middle range stuff too, if it doesn't have like a unique feature at that price point, it feels like it's been done before. So you kind of, again, you're losing that designer element of it, where maybe there's not as much like love and care put into the design, and you're not quite getting that, you know, the budget feeling of having to save some money on something like that. So it really depends. Kind of want to go all green for this. Let's do that. So yeah, that's kind of my state of the hobby synopsis of recent times, I'd say. This is Dandy, which I think is a nice set. It's quite fantastic, actually. Stupid bullets. Oh my gosh.
34 months, baby. Look how handsome Alex is. Bro,
Mr. Bullets. If you guys don't know, Mr. Bullets is one of our sponsors here on the channel. Runs an awesome shop. Has some really cool stuff. Great stuff like switches and stuff too, like that. Definitely check him out. Thank you, Mr. Bullets. I must give each legend their own session, even though I know Alex won't last more. What? When I get older, I want to amass the collection of keys that Alex... Wait, what is this? Hold on, let me see. Man, I wish I could just maybe one day touch a keyboard that Alex has built. You know, Burbs, on a serious note, I think Tim has a keyboard that I built. If you do want to touch one of my keyboards. I just landed a huge wedding deal this week. Biggest deal I've ever made. I'm hyped. Oh man, congratulations, dude. That must be a good feeling. That must be a great, great feeling. My Pinocchio switches? It's been a while since I bought Pinocchio switches. I actually do not remember where I got those. But Tim also tainted it with his hands. You're not wrong. Tim probably really did, like, just taint that whole keyboard with his hands. There's probably coffee spilled in it by now and other things. So, yeah. You're not wrong. Insty just said it in his coffee. Other things. Alex, when you come to LA, we can build a board together. We can build some other stuff too, Burbs. Dandy looking really good. For some reason, this board is giving me pink vibes. It's probably giving you pink vibes because of this color on the bottom. But I don't know. I kind of want to use like green and copper. I think, but it kind of looks almost like a little bit of a copper. I think it's a nice color combo though. Build a home, build a family. Yeah, that's true. We could do that. What's your most used key this year? Ooh, it's probably the Envoy. Well, I'll give you three. The Envoy, Unicorn, and Sonnet have all been seeing good, fair use to all of them, I'd say. But if I had to pick one, probably the Envoy right now has been seeing the most use. Actually, hold on. Okay, I have to retract all of that because the keyboard that I use on my Windows computer is probably technically, like if we want to go on a technicality, the Suse is probably my most used keyboard because it sits and lives on that desk. The few times I brought it to this desk ends up being back at the Windows computer. So on a technicality, I think the SUSE wins. But does that count? Because I'm too lazy to go to that room to change the keyboard. I stream on a Mac, yeah. Everything's done on a Mac right now. I think it's on a technicality the SUSE wins. But the Envoy on this computer is what I use the most. My work computer. Let's put the delete here. Yeah, I use an M1. There's very little that I like about streaming on a Windows computer. Very, very little. Way too many headaches on that thing, man. Too many weird issues happening all the time. Would you consider mode stuff to be mid-range keyboards? No, I don't think so. I definitely need to pick your brain now. Matt, send me a DM on Discord. I'll gladly see how much I can help. I don't know if I'm always going to be the right guy to help, but hopefully I can help a little bit. I'm just going to put that there too. Still getting over my sinus stuff. Oh, hold on. I forgot to peel this one here off too. Yeah, like why didn't they just put this logo on the back? This would have been way cooler on the back than... Well, the blocker kind of works here. I like the positioning of it too. What do you think about Akko keyboards? Looking at the Dragon Ball Z one? Ooh, I don't know. Honestly, I have not used anything from Akko, like, at all. Alright. Let's see more about this board now. Let's move this guy out of the way here. Side profile's looking nice. Piece of hair there, but side profile's looking okay. I like it. Again, we're going to keep this in mind too, but I'm also not going to keep this in mind because I'm going to judge this just on its own, and then we'll also look at the price point. It's $150. This is not bad. You get a two color thing over here. The finish, mine is a little bit of like, I don't know, these are my fingerprints. Actually, no, I did mean to say this at the beginning too. There was some like fingerprints on this, but again, this is my prototype unit, so this could have been like handled weird. Probably just need to wipe it down, but I like the two color, like the two-tone of this. This is really cool that you can take off these little side pieces here and swap them out for a different color. I kind of think a like silver would be super neat on this, but you can buy those separately. I think they're about 20 Canadian for those. I don't know how much they are USD, but here's the back over here. USB is slightly inset, so it's quite nice to see that too. I believe this is the HTUN. I don't know how to pronounce that properly, so I'm not going to try and butcher it at the same time. I think that might be what part of the studio. I don't think this was the studio. I'm not too sure what that is supposed to be over here. But again, the back profile is quite nice too. I like how it raises up. You get that color all the way up there too. The front is my favorite. I love how it kind of wraps up. You can see it as you're looking on your desk too, which is awesome. Really like that. And then the top profile. It has a bit of a border around it too. Kind of like the Ginkgo. Put the music back on. So just sort of like the Ginkgo, it has a bit of like a border on the top, which gives it some visual interest. I'm not gonna lie, that visual thing is not my favorite thing in the world, but it does give it some visual interest. So I will give it that. Pretty cool. Just need to wipe down all the PVD things. I like how it looks, but the Join65 on the bottom bugs me. Yeah, this I don't like, the bottom font, but this is going to be changed on the final group buy. This will be changed to a different typeface. Although, honestly, I do think this should be some sort of cool I think if, like, imagine a huge laser etched or whatever design. Like, dude, imagine that, right? Imagine if it was like this really cool design that was lasered throughout this entire thing instead of the join, and would just give so much visual interest to the bottom and make it super cool, super unique. A little bit of a miss. I think every board who does something like this, a lot of the more budget ones kind of, miss on that because they're already engraving something. Why not engrave something like super dope? like a really detailed photo or just something else. Kind of missing the mark there, I feel. But I don't want to take away credit of just this keyboard. I feel like all keyboards kind of miss that. They could laser etch something super fucking awesome, but they don't. It's always just like a word or something. But genuinely, not too bad for the keyboard the way it looks. I think, again, for 150, it's definitely one of the nicer, more detailed 150 keyboards I've seen. Internals, as you guys saw, you need to use the mid-plate foam. Those are your gaskets, the pseudo gaskets, whatever you want to call them. And then we have an aluminum plate on this. There's no bottom foam. We're using cherry Nixies and the M1 stabilizers. I don't know if this is flashed or anything. I guess we can take a look. Oh, nice, we are. Now, this is using a flex cut PCB. This may sound a little thinner in our sound demo here. Hopefully the final group buy is not going to have any flex cuts. So let's see how this will sound. It's actually pretty solid, yeah. It's thin. It's definitely thinner. Again, I'm hoping the it will, because we've seen it on the QK80. I think the spacebar sounds quite nice. All the mods sound good. I think this will only be accentuated on the final group buy. Again, it would have been nice to see how the non-flex cut PCB performed. Definitely more on the foamy sound signature thing, kind of side of things too. Alphas compared to the spacebar, it's actually kind of jarring how like awesome the modifiers are. Can we hear it without the mouse pad? Yeah, of course. Kind of jarring how awesome the modifiers are and then how thin the alphas are. But again, that's probably just because those excessive amount of flex cuts. Actually sounds pretty awesome with no, actually, wow. Wow, sounds actually really good with a dust pad on it, not gonna lie. It's still thin though, Durian's right. We're not gonna take away that it is thinner on the alphas. Let me actually see these modifiers one last time on the dust pad too. The stabs are good too. Those M1 stabs. Again, any stab can be very, very good if you put enough work into it. This is built with Nixies. Correct. My thoughts, honest thoughts, alphas, definitely on the thinner side. I truly think, because it's already been put in motion for how it's going to be changed, the non-flex cut version will probably sound a lot better. So if you are interested in this board, you know, don't fret too much because the non-flex cut version should be a lot better sounding too. Would love to try a non-flex cut PCB for this. How does it compare to the more premium boards like Chimera and Forever? What's up, Drifting? The Forever is pretty awesome, not gonna lie, Drifting. The Chimera is pretty good too. I think the Chimera though, the Chimera has a certain aesthetic that you have to love. That's how I feel about the Chimera, but it's a solid keyboard. Once you get rid of the flex cuts here, I think you're gonna have a very solid keyboard for 150 bucks. So, not bad. Aesthetic-wise though, this is pretty awesome. Can I compare this to the Envoy? If I had to take this for what it is right now, imagining there was no flex cuts, or imagining that the flex cuts weren't gonna be changed rather, versus the Envoy, I'd pick the Envoy. Where's my envoy? Oh, here it is. Okay, so checkmate. When I say it sounds thin, look at the alphas on this. That's because the flex cuts on PCBs. Okay, this is not a shitting on flex cuts thing. Let's just make this very clear. Make it super, super crystal clear. This is not me shitting on flex cuts. This is me having a discussion with you guys. Flex cuts, what they tend to do is because there's more room for sound to kind of not kind of get trapped on the bottom, it just makes it sound very thin. That's the side effect of using a lot, even with foam, a lot of flex cuts. Again, this is not gonna have flex cuts for its final form, let's call it. So I have very, very high faith that this is gonna sound a lot better, but that's all I can offer you guys right now is faith. It sounds good right now. For the modifiers, alphas are a bit thin. I'm hoping for that final version, it'll kind of be like that one last little kick upwards. But for 150, it's a pretty nice looking keyboard. No real big things I hate about this. I will say from like a criticism point of, and this might have been to save some cost as well. I'm not too sure. And I'm only speaking critically here. The mid-plate foam being absolutely needed, not my favorite thing in the world, but I appreciate what they did with it. I think if you're looking for that foamy sound signature and wanted something like on the cheap, but still a really good looking keyboard, this might be really, really awesome. Can't really have everything at 150. You really can't. I agree with that drifting. You really can't. For what it is at 150, not too bad. Not too bad. I appreciate they're going to take away the flex cuts. I appreciate the change on the bottom weight too. You can cut out the alpha and most of the mod section, the plate foam. You could do that too, yeah, for sure. So, Thok, just to be like 100, okay, it will work. So there's no like detriments to doing that other than altering sound. Like it's not gonna like make the keyboard sit funny. Nope, okay, so you could do that too. So yeah, some options you have. Theme of the year seems to be flex cuts for no good reason. Thankfully, it's being removed. But I am glad that more people are starting to realize that flex cuts end up being more of a detriment to boards. So, I think it's Stash Keeps, Austin. Didn't last very long, IMO. What, flex cuts? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Ultimately, though, pretty cool. I don't mind it for 150. Honestly, I don't mind it for 150. And if you like the flex cuts and you want it to be a little bit more bouncy, so we'll go back here. Because it does have some bounce. This won't have, I think, an option at the end, but flex cuts might be your thing. For me, it's not, though. I don't think you're going to lose much of that bounce, though, in the final version, truthfully. You can always tape mod it, too. Yeah, you can always tape mod it if you want. The deathmatch truly awesome. Thank you, dude. But if you guys want this,
build.
Scallop, thank you so much for the prime, dude. I appreciate you. If you guys want something like this, dude, Thok Supply, or I believe it was KFA, is the alternate vendor for this too. But Thok Supply is our sponsor of our stream today. So if you guys want to check out Thok Supply, go for it. He's the one who sent this over for me to take a look at. The desk pad is the origami one from, I got this from Desk Hero, I think. I don't know. This is like one of the few desk pads where I was like, ooh, this captures my attention. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, sick of desk pads. I have so many of these large desk pads that it's very, very tough for me to want a new desk pad. We are in the custom world to do custom things. You know, it's a very good point too, Thok. I've said that for such a long time, like, don't be afraid to experiment with your stuff. They're custom keyboards for a reason. Also, I love the way this looks. I love this, like how it wraps upwards and you get to see some of that undercolor. I'm not over that. I think that looks really awesome for this. You can see some of the reflection. That's hot. Yeah, it's really pretty. I really like that. It's a nice touch. Any chance you could try a PBT spacebar? Of course. Maybe we'll get one for you. Stock Supply, do you actually want to link your website if you'd like? I think I have the Geek Hack thread just so people can look at the IC to read more up about it, but feel free and link it. Is this 7U? It is. Favorite sounding boards like Unicorn, Envoy. I like all my sonnets, even the foam sonnet that I built. I mean, that's what I was using before I took it off my desk just now. I don't hate foamy keyboards. The thing with PBT always sounds like glassy, for me at least. Maybe glassy is not a great way to describe it. PBT is not my favorite thing in the world. Certain boards, I think it sounds awesome. I don't know. My ears prefer ABS every single time. GB post live on Reddit. There you guys go from Thought Supply. I've joined the ABS cult. Dang you, Alex. It's just better. It just sounds nicey. Maybe I'm wrong, Cancerous. Yeah, I think maybe ABS sounds glassy, and maybe I'm using my terms wrong here. And PBT sounds, I don't know. It just sounds like fragile in a way. It's really weird. Really, really strange. But yeah, that's pretty much it today. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the Sandglass Ergo, which is, it's sitting right there. That is such a wild keyboard. And then KFA's our US vendor and Shockport's our Canadian. Oh, I didn't even know Shockport was carrying it. Shockport's awesome. I like Shockport. Anti-fragile, yeah. Yeah, the Fox Labs one. Tomorrow we'll be doing that, and then I think next week we have like 5 builds lined up. Some crazy thing like that. We have some pretty crazy shit for next week. What time tomorrow? 7 p.m. tomorrow, same time. Actually, wait. Tomorrow's Sunday, so 1 p.m. Oh shit, I need to loop switches for tomorrow then. All right, though, guys. I think that's pretty much the stream today then. Pretty nice. Again, I really like this front lip over here. I really like that. It's a nice looking keyboard. Early stream, yeah. I may move it to 7 p.m. tomorrow, depending if I can get all the switches done tonight. Can you show the bottom? Yeah. Here you go. If you guys can see my camera. Is Mr. Bullets streaming? Oh, let's go raid Mr. Bullets. I haven't seen him streaming in some time. What's he building? Is he just playing some games or something? I know he games a lot. Alright, let's go raid Mr. Bullets. Alright though, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Can we thank Thought Supply for sending this over for us to take a look at too? Because I think it's more keyboards at a more affordable price are always a good thing. Can't really hate them. You can't hate things like that. But thank you guys for tuning in. Today was really fun. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I missed you all. And then we're going to spend some more time tomorrow. And then, like I said, next week's crazy. And then we'll do some sort of like giveaway thingy towards the end of the month. I think I have like 15 things I want to give away to you guys. It's a lot of stuff. I'm going to be shipping things for quite a while. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love you guys. And say hi to Mr. Bullets for us. Peace out, everybody.